You know, it's a sin. I fed you with milk and not with solid food, for until now you were not able to receive it. And even now you are still not able, for you are still carnal. You know, because for where there are envy, strife and divisions among you, are you not carnal and behaving like mere men? You know, that's all we are, as mere flesh. And at the end of the day, flesh will act out hate and vengeance. And like you said there, want to be the judge of other men. You know, but sectarianism, that's what we were speaking last night. He said he was a Baptist, and he asked me what denomination I was. I said, I'm not any denomination. And he said, what church do you go to? And I said, you can find, I tell you, if I can find peace in that book.
That's a rocker, eh?
Yeah.
Like Sunday morning, there's going to be kids going to school, to church in there, yeah?
You sure?
Find a more diplomatic way of doing that, no?
Yeah. Facing them and telling them the truth, what they've been doing to us.
It's a bit distorted though, isn't it?
Child abuse is child abuse.
What? Yeah, but look, human race is abhorrent in its nature. This has nothing to do with what's going on right now. That's like, why are you bringing it here?
This is where it belongs. It's where it came from, originated from.
There's kids coming to church here today.
Yeah, and they've been raping millions of our children for decades and decades and decades. And it's going on today, and nobody gives a shit. Well, I'm a survivor of that abuse, and I give a shit.
Yeah, I know,
We're ending the war on children. They've no defence against these people, or them people, or any other adult.
Yeah, but like, there is some.
Don't get me going, bud. This is about children.
Yeah, even
This is not about God, or people going to mass, or children going to mass. This is about children that have been raped, abused, and murdered by these people.
I'm just passing by.
Yeah,
I'm an intelligent person. So don't shout at me.
Excuse me, you're riling me.
No, you're putting up signs. And I'm
They have every
reacting
right to put them up. These
reacting
people are raping children, for God's sake.
I'm just reacting to it.
Yeah,
So you put up a sign, people are going to react to it. And I just think that that's a little bit distorted
good,
what you're doing.
good. I'm glad you do.
Your rationale is what
yeah, good. I'm glad you think that way, because it's the truth, and you can't handle it.
I didn't deny that. Did I say anything about that?
Well, you're the one that's riled, not me.
It's distorted.
Discussing what those people do.
Yeah, but it's still a sacred place.
It's not a sacred place, bud.
Right.
What's sacred? Children are sacred, and these people raping them. I don't think so. Bye bye.
You won't get anywhere, like, let's get on it stuff that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's still ongoing today.
I don't know, I wouldn't say so now, because the people wouldn't put up with it. You know?
Why did we put up with it years ago?
But you know, I knew, love. I might have got 3 years in our time.
When you back
for not going to school.
Yeah.
When you back on your sisters?
And Jesus Christ, God help me, we went through the milliner.
Yeah.
And blizzards was blizzards. Used to have them out picking potatoes at 3 in the morning. They were animals, them brothers.
Yeah.
They were.
Oh, they were now.
What about you?
They don't want it. See ya.
Hello.
It's one down.
It's known all over the world, this protest. All over the world.
Whoops, careful.
Mind the step.
My goodness.
Hasn't even started to drink yet today.
It's too close. I'm trying to see if I can get a picture of the front of the cathedral. It's so close.
Yeah, you need a wide angle lens for it.
Yeah. But then, Nikon rocks.
They made our lives hell. But the pain of the truth is going to kill them.
Imagine me and you getting to know each other over a period of...
Well, like I say, that's the same as what the Bible was written 400 years after he was gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Free.
They indemnified themselves from ever being prosecuted. The church, state, and the government.
They've got diplomatic immunity kind of thing.
And these are the very people who are investigating themselves.
There should be an outside crowd. It's like the police investigating the police.
I think you've been wrong. I don't think, first of all, the Cardinal... You into it? Is it you?
Yeah, I'm holding this protest.
I agree that Cardinal Brady should resign because I think for the good of the church and particularly for the victims, because they can't move on. But I'm from the north and I worked in Belfast as a social worker during those years, and that was the prevailing thing. I mean, I came across children in families where there was incest, and it wasn't really you passed it on, and whoever you passed it on to, it was their responsibility to move on.
You know what intrigues me?
It really was. I mean, I think I don't think he should stay on, but I think he's been kind of victimised for something. I'm not saying he wasn't guilty, but I think to pick on that one thing, I think that the media and everybody has just honed in on the man, and I think he's just been victimised in the way.
The children were victimised.
Oh, absolutely! I couldn't agree with you more. They definitely were. But
he was the man to put it right.
No, he wasn't the man to put it right.
The police were the very people to put it right.
Yes,
but he should have called him.
Well, no, but he did his bit. He did what he had to do, what he was supposed to do in those days. No, he did what was expected of in those days. Now it would be completely different.
They knew in 1975 what childcare was all about.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Listen, I was a social worker in Belfast. I'm a Catholic.
Yeah.
And I worked with a family, and the father had abused the children, and we. No, of course, this was later, about 78. And the father was the father was removed from the family, right? And he ended up in jail. And the GP, a Catholic GP on the Falls Road in Belfast, came to me in a shop that I was buying my paper, and he said to me, "Who do you think you are, Fiona Gavin? You are a Catholic. You have just destroyed a Catholic family, taken a man away from his family." He says that man could have been whatever it was. People didn't know in those days. And it's that I'm saying. I'm not saying
well, the church did know. You see,
they were.
The church did know because they were giving childcare courses down to Kenny in 1974.
I know, but I think
that's childcare.
I think he's been victimised, and I think there's nowhere in the world that. I mean, I'm a sort of hanging on Catholic, but I think to be allowed to do this outside in the gates of the Pro-Cathedral in Dublin, I think you should realise how lucky we are, because I think that's true freedom that you wouldn't have anywhere else in the world.
Thank you.
It's quite disgraceful.